What's up, everybody? It's your boy Galaxy Greg, back from the land of the rising sun, and this is the Be More Nerdy podcast. With me today are my co-host Diva XOXO.
Yeah, he glitched. What it is, little dummies? It's your girl, Diva XOXO, aka the Sophista Ratchet, aka the HNIC, the head nerd in charge, aka the unofficial official Disney princess.
Okay, she almost forgot hers. I didn't say mine on purpose, by the way.
Did
And then my other co-host, HTTV.
Some glasses threw me off. Like they were not there 10 seconds ago. We weren't going to
aren't they?
address it. So press forward.
No, aren't they so cute?
No, I kind of hate them because they confuse me. Like, it looks like they're supposed to be paw prints, and then they're not. That's what bugs me about
They're
them.
Mickeys.
I know what they are because I
They're
saw you buy
obviously,
them.
but they're
It's
obviously
like
Mickey Mouses.
it's supposed to be your third eye, and it's split into
Thank
four
you.
eyes,
See,
and it
like,
said
it's weird as fuck.
just through eyes
Y'all,
over there.
y'all are no. They obviously look like Mickey Mouses. Like I don't get y'all's confusion.
I'm not
Obviously,
arguing. I'm not arguing they don't look like Mickey Mouse. It's just it looks like they took the third eye and said, "Eh," and it said.
Don't you know how like people like go cross-eyed? If you had a third eye, it's like your third eye just started shaking and then it went cross-eyed. But that being said, this is episode 137 of the Be More Nerdy podcast. I'm the host, Galaxy Greg, like I said earlier, aka Mr. Space Awaits, aka the OG Galaxy, and aka the Hentai Honcho. As I finally, as my mother begged me not to get, but I got anyway. That being said, we're finally back from our trip. We haven't recorded in a little bit, so there'll probably be a gap between this and the last episode you see. But we're back. Me and Diva went on a trip amongst some other people to Japan, and we're finally back. We'll talk about that a little bit. But this is episode 137, and it's been a while, so let's get our podding legs back on, everybody, as we closely approach the anniversary of the podcast being, what, 4 years old now? Yeah.
They'll be 4 years old.
4 years old, but 2 years really officially as a business. So
Yeah, that we had a year not off but weird.
transitional year, if you will.
Yeah, yeah.
Pete,
But
how do you feel having your first pod birthday?
yeah, it's your first pod birthday.
The literal equivalent would be like twins were born, and then when they turned 3, one just popped out.
Nigga stayed in the womb for 3 extra years is crazy, by the way.
Call him Ace.
It's okay, you're adopted. We never
I
hid it.
see what-
We never hid it from you, but you know, just in case you didn't know.
You're adopted. It's crazy.
But
My
this
parents
one,
told me.
this one's just a chill episode where we're just gonna
Alright,
be
I
kind of
can't see.
chatting. See, was wearing it for the clout. See, I got this on, this drip
want
on. You feel me? This Haori.
But that's
It's
because I
from
can't
back.
see.
It's from back home. I want to go back. I miss it so bad. I
Yeah,
hate
I
it
don't.
here.
I hate it here. I
It's so
hate it here.
loud. My sleep schedule's been
It was.
fucked. I'm
So,
hungry,
you
but I'm
know,
not hungry.
me and me and Jordan were talking about it. It's like once you step off, like difference is crazy. Like going through customs, and I was like, miss the nice people in Japan. Like y'all are mean,
Mm.
rude. I don't like it. Let me back. Like please.
You're cutting out a little bit. I'm not sure if it's your gain or not, but I just wanted you to know that you're like going in and out a lot. But I agree with you. Like a lot of it is like everyone was so polite. You get so used to transportation being so
That's
quiet.
better.
Yeah, there you go. You get so used to being transportation being so quiet. Like the first shuttle bus that we got on when we got to LAX when we got back, dude just loud on his phone. Yeah, so you know I got that thing approved. I got it sent off and we all just looking at him like, yo, can you shut the fuck up? Like, but then I remembered where I am, and everything's so dirty. It's upsetting. But that's not. We'll get into the Japan trip. How have you been without us for about 2 weeks now, and then maybe 2 weeks, almost a month, because 2 weeks before we even left, we just kind of skipped podding. I think I got sick.
No, we
or
did.
someone got
We
sick.
did one episode, but right before we left, he saw us before we left because in that episode, I was like, "Heat, I miss you,"
And I was
and
mad
then we
because
left again. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
we took 2 weeks off, we had a week, and then 2 weeks off again.
So how does it feel to have your pod mates back?
Back? Oh God, it's terrible. There's just so much more work. There's so much more work.
I didn't bother
It's
you
like
for 2 whole weeks.
I miss my Tuesday nights, man. I
What do you
just
do on
freedom.
Tuesday? Go to get tacos?
Go catch a movie, maybe dinner, maybe do some other type of work. You know, it's just freedom is gone. Freedom is dead. Long live. Let me not say that.
Oh.
We back, baby.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I texted Heat a little bit, and I had to like time it right because like it would be like 8 p.m. where we are, so it'd be 8 a.m. where he is. And I'm like, yo, XYZ, and he was like, that's nice, Greg. And I'm like, come on, bro. Can't you just be happy for me?
I was happy for you. I hoped you guys never came back.
That's crazy.
I mean, because it's
I
so great over there. You
He
know,
just wants to hurt me. You hear it.
it's great over there. I know it's great over there. Why would you ever want to come back?
I can't wait for you to experience it someday when you
Yeah, he
have
should've-
the time and the life partner that you deserve.
when you do, I'm going with you. Because I want to go back.
Hey, you could make it happen. We can ship you express.
Let's make it
No, we're
happen.
gonna find you. No, there's steps. Find Heat a life partner.
Why are we saying life partner? Like, don't we have a clip about this? Like, I just wanted to make sure you're not hand down emoji. You feel me?
I just said life partner because I'm
No,
gay, and that's how we refer to people's partners.
Don't include us in your stuff.
It's about inclusion. Don't you want to be included?
F4. No.
No inside jokes.
I know, right? But no, we had a great time. Did you do anything fun while we were away? Anything interesting?
Yeah, he
I know
did.
you've been posting reviews, and I gotta commend Heed. Round of applause for Heed because they're getting even better, and me as well as other people are really looking forward to those each week now. In your little
Oh,
game that I always lose, even though I
oh.
kind of understand how
Okay.
you think, I just be hoping you're gonna see certain
Fuck that game.
movies.
Yeah, a lot of people hope for movies, and that's why they get it wrong. Which I think is kind of crazy. What I'm trying to put an incentive to actually try and not just keep voting whatever you want. But
Here's the
Trying
thing.
to tell you
Sometimes
what
I'd
to
be
go see.
trying. Sometimes I'd be trying, and then like your explanation was like, normally I would see this movie, but because I'm doing this and want to talk about it, I'm gonna see this. And I'm like, that's how I be thinking sometimes. Like he would actually see some of the movies I'm voting for. It's just that it's not the movie you're going to see this time. Does that make sense?
yeah, it's a thought process. I try to explain it in that last one. But I mean, yeah, it's been a fun hobby. Seeing movies is something. Like I said, apparently I'm a cinephile. I do not touch movies in the dark inappropriately. Don't get that twisted with the other foul philia word. But yeah, man, it's been interesting. I do look at movies as art forms, and I do like critiquing them. And some people appreciate the reviews, some people don't care, and that's okay. You know, like I ain't mad at it, but uh, I don't talk about every movie I see, and I don't plan to anytime soon because I'm too busy with other things, like other jobs.
Why you keep saying
Like
other
editing.
jobs? Like I just be giving you so much fucking work. Let me clear the record on this. He makes me seem like the villain. No, this nigga
I'm
got
working.
behind. That's not my fault.
No, I'm working right now, Heat. I get it.
I was talking about my main job, but okay, whatever.
Nah,
Take
you was
it
talking about
personal.
me.
Project.
It's personal. It's mad
Project.
personal. Because
Project.
guess
I'm
what?
not gonna be
I
mad
got
at you.
behind. I'm not gonna lie. I got behind. But these niggas
And
were
he
both
was-
behind too. No. You don't get to talk. You've been behind. You still are.
I'm catching up.
Before we
catching
left,
up.
Heed was like, yo, I'm just swamped because you got me doing all this. I'm like, you know what? I do right now because I was behind. I caught up. I sent the folder like 7 or 8 full podcasts. Like, all right, clip them up. That's
To
my
be
bad.
fair, so that was like 2 months ago.
No, I actually I caught up a little while ago. I felt bad because I was
But
like, I want y'all to have these episodes, but how am I gonna say I wanted y'all to have them if I'm not just doing the work to edit them? Because it doesn't take too long. It's more the loading and rendering process that takes
Yeah,
forever, and it's
yeah,
like just knowing I have
yeah.
to sit for 2 hours unable to use certain functions on my computer while this is doing this is like, fuck, I need to pick the right time, and then like the time passes and I'm like, shit, I didn't do it, and it's like
Right.
a repeating cycle. So I just started jumping on it, but that's neither here nor there.
We what is it? Fuck. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm still jet lagged. I'm playing catch up too, but I'm almost there. It takes a while, like because the files are in the folder. I have to wait for them to download and then wait for them to upload, and it's just this vicious cycle of uploading and downloading. And YouTube takes forever.
Mm-hmm.
I hate YouTube. I hate uploading to YouTube. It takes forever, but I'm working on it.
yeah. But to answer the initial question, I really haven't had too much crazy going on. I've been preparing for summer activities. Kendrick Lamar's GNX concert. I got a lot of people coming down. Not a lot, but like I'm gonna go from one person being here to five, and one of them I haven't seen in 10 years, so that's interesting.
Oh,
But
that's fun.
yeah, but I mean, my house is set up for me and not people, so I've been trying to fix that. Uh,
Interesting.
Ooh, fuck them. Make them figure it out. They be alright.
nah, uh,
It's
you
free.
know, yeah. But and then on top of that, work's just been kicking my ass 7 different ways from Sunday. The only interesting thing that happened is that I went out with some customers, foreign nationals, and uh they kind of peer pressured me into doing stand up again, which I don't hate. I just don't care to do anymore. So I literally had to write a 5 minute set like in 15 minutes, and I did,
Can
and
we?
they
I
liked
want
it.
to dive into that a little bit because I enjoyed your stand up. I think it had a lot of potential, but as me and you have discussed, it wasn't challenging. It would be the low hanging fruit, as I would call it, right? You know, like it's these people are gonna laugh if I make a fart joke, right? Like that's not fun. That's never fun. But I think it had potential. It was interesting. It made me laugh. I think it was fun. I'm not gonna say I wish you continued it. I would never wish upon you, slave work, as you might say I do. But like, I don't know.
He don't wish
Yeah.
it upon you. He just gives it to you. That's all.
I think if I was in a different city, it was more accessible to like just go to open mic,
Mm-hmm.
probably. But here, like, there's the effort in that I just don't care to put into.
I feel you.
That's
Um,
fair.
but
He
I
in
mean,
type 5 right now. Let's go.
As the
a type 5 is crazy.
a what?
She just do my 5 minutes right now. Like,
But
that's
that's
No.
like, I hate when people do that because like that's like it's that I'm not gonna be funny now that you're when you come to a comedy show, it's a different vibe. I'm coming to laugh, but I'm having a good time. I maybe drank a little bit. I got to warm up. Da da da. You got all this stuff. When niggas tell me a joke right now, it's like I don't fucking know.
I mean, the simple answer is you're the joke. Now laugh, and then just walk away.
I
Like
probably would crack
you're
up.
telling me to
I
cook
think
in a
that's
cold
hilarious.
pan, brother. What are you doing? The oven hasn't even preheated yet. He said, "Make me a steak, nigga." Damn.
Oh, you a chef? Cook right now.
Yeah, that's what you just did. That's what you just did.
It's hot
Like,
outside. Use the ground. I
yeah,
see a
like
squirrel.
that
Make it
shit's
happen.
crazy. I was gonna say though, nah, I still remember the set. I have it in my phone somewhere, but that shit made me laugh. Nigga said, "Cops are taking me out." And I just yelling out, "I just wanted someone to touch my nuts." That made me laugh.
So I mean, my jokes did range. Like I did just write a lot in general. Like I have probably written like 12 full sets in here, and then I have notes where I just topic points, just hit them, just touch them, it work.
I have that in my
That whole
phone just in case, like we ever, like you're in town or I'm in town seeing you, and you're like, "Yo, let's go to this bar they got," and they're like, "Yo, anybody want to do open mic? Let's come up on stage." I have a note section just in case for those moments.
I can do that easy. Like when there's
You're
no
so
pressure.
deep. I never knew this about you. I'm so fascinated right now.
Yeah,
Stay
I
ready so you
appreciate it.
don't gotta get ready.
Yeah, I appreciate it. But the moral of this mini story that I didn't finish was that the opening, the theme of the set was, hey, I'm here with my coworkers. I'm gonna make them the butt of the joke. So what do they tell you when you go up on stage? Imagine your audience naked. It makes you feel more comfortable. Well, that's my coworkers, and that's an HR violation right there. I will be in the office commenting. Yeah, and that whole joke afterwards, two of them, it was a guy and a girl, and they were much older than me, but they were like, so who were you talking about when you made that naked joke? Was it me? Was it him? And I
At
was
least
like,
they
oh,
were good sports.
the audience in general, it was like, no, like you talking about him? We talking about me? And he's like, yeah, you talking about me? You talking about her? I'm like, shout out to my dog for seeing I was in trouble and just said, let's go outside. And I said, yes.
Shout out to HR. I just want y'all to know y'all made this joke possible. I'll see y'all on Monday. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
But now that's dope. I went to a DMV anime club thing once, right? And like it was an open mic. And I had some stuff and I was gonna go up, but then I was like, nah. The crowd was one of those, they were very judgy. They were very judgy that night. Some people just weren't funny, but then like when I was like, oh, I'm gonna go up now, the next dude tried to have a whole like, because they gave everyone like 2 to 3 minutes. His whole 2 to 3 minutes was like, wow, women ain't shit. And I'm like, oh no, the crowd is cold right now.
That's the best time to go up, Greg.
I didn't
shit
want
you
to
not.
because they were getting vicious. Like they were like, get off. I'm like, oh God, I'm not going up there next.
I'll tell you this for future reference and leave it at that. Next time somebody's bombing that bad, you want to make sure you could try and get in behind them. Because I've watched someone go up and hit on the host for 5 minutes, and the next set was about how he's crazy for that. And he's wild.
Yeah, and how bad he
And
was.
he's like, I know you made her uncomfortable. You made us all uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have so many things to trauma dump about in comedy. The funniest, well, not the funniest, one of the funniest ones that I can do quickly is talk about how, like, just Jordan, when I originally, like, started piquing my interest in dating her, I was like, yo, so, like, what you think about me? Like, what you think about dating me? She's like, nah. I'm like, nah. Why not? We cool. We like to bump and grind a little bit. And she was like, it's just your face, bro. I'm like, what you mean my face? I can't my personality. I could get the hype boosting shoes. My face, bro. I can't do nothing about that. And she was like, it's you cool or whatever, but like, sex cool, but nah, face, bro. Sorry. Dap me up. So I'm like, don't do this.
So knowing that, right? What made you decide to take your wife to Japan?
See, after 7 years of effort and work and growing a beard, it's a beard, honestly. I didn't have a beard yet. And like growing a beard, letting that mug get, scruffy and whatnot, then it was like, oh, this nigga's like that.
Clipping a picture of his freshman year right now.
Oh God.
This is where you...
Oh God.
So what I'm hearing is if alopecia ever sets in, you're cooked. Your marriage is over.
No, I got the beard now, right? So,
but if alopecia sets in,
alopecia don't affect your face; it affects your head. And like, I wish it affected other places. Speaking from experience, never mind. No, so that's my.
Back.
Future Greg. Hey, take that out.
We're so back.
Oh my God.
No, don't take it out. That's it. Who's in?
We're so back.
Oh, you said we're so bad.
Oh.
No,
we did it.
I apologize for that. That was crazy. That wasn't a shot though. That's more like I learned that while dating this person. That was something I didn't know. Like people would ask me, they'd be like, "Yo, so like, when a nigga comes up to you and asks you, do the carpets match the drapes for someone who's bald headed?" That's a nutty day. Let me start there. And when you don't have the answer, is an even worse one. Cause I didn't.
Oh, you ain't know?
Not at the time. I didn't know. I ain't know.
Was it a surprise?
You know, I'm not digging into it. I'm gonna leave that where that was. All right, let's maybe look. We started Patreon. I start saying everything. You pay to hear it. I'm gonna tell you some things. All right. But no, that's the pass. You ask me about it in person, I'll say it, but I don't want it on the record for right now, at the very least. Maybe when I'm a little bit more popular. That being said, oh god, I heard that song so many times in Japan just because in Universal it was on a constant cycle of all the Wicked
it was just looping
songs.
through the album. Every time I walked outside, I got to sing a song. I was serenading them.
You muted yourself. I don't hear a thing. Bow, 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 bow. I wish they was playing something like that in Universal. They be going stupid.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The music,
was...
the music there, like when you went in certain stores, was definitely like there was a lot of hip hop. I was loving it. I got a couple songs on my Shazam. And my Spotify's been going crazy since I got back home. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I haven't really listened to music. I've been catching up on like all my podcasts and like my YouTube videos because I wasn't watching anything while we were gone.
My Discover Weekly, yo, someone did the most amazing, definitely black weeb thing. They made a One Piece NOLA remix. Oh God, it's beautiful.
Send that to me.
I was shit! I was getting it in. Shit was hard.
Let me get that.
Yeah.
Share it.
I got that like 2 days ago, bruh. I was at
lit.
work trying to keep still. I'm positive that them security cameras caught me dancing at least once.
Oh yeah, put that in the group chat. I want that.
Let me see. Give me 2 seconds. I can find it because I've been listening to it like crazy. It's probably in my repeats at this point.
Apparently, the most popular topic y'all have had in a while was a snow day.
No, that snow day episode was fun. I really enjoyed that one.
That was a fun. I literally been random clips, but I was like,
You're cutting out.
Yep, there it is again.
Am I really? I don't know what's wrong.
I think that might just be connection at that point.
I think it might be. Wi-Fi's been picking me up. 1 second. My Wi-Fi has been really weird. Like it's literally been just cutting out. Like we be watching TV and it just cut off. I'd be like,
cool. Vacation. It was used to y'all not being here.
It was one thing I learned when I was in the when I was back in my old apartment, is that a lot of the times the networks, if they notice that you're not using it or whatever, they'll put you on a lower bandwidth. Even if you pay a lot, they'll be like, oh, it's not in use. We can move this person down, move this person up. And you got to remind them eventually, like, yo, what the fuck's up with my Wi-Fi? I pay for XYZ. And they'll be like, oh, we'll send a representative out. And then 20 minutes later, your shit will be fixed. And then you'll be like, I don't need the representative anymore. And they'll be like, oh, we're glad it solved itself. And it's like, you bitches just moved me up.
I'm fucked up. Because I'd be like, yeah. They'd be like, isn't it working now? It's fine, right? And I'd be like, play with me. Now I'm going to play with you. We're going to play with each other.
I think we have a button for that, don't we?
Nope.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
Oh, we do.
That wasn't the right button. That wasn't the right button.
What button do you got?
I don't know which button you press. Oh, yeah, the mentality button. Let's go. I love that.
Don't put that in my mentalities.
That's mentality, diva mentality. You gonna play with me? I'm gonna play with you. Squinting eyes, looking at the camera and all.
So he was having fun doing clips because when I saw that message in the chat, I was. And it was like it's all one episode of just Greg being one episode.
What's crazy is
how many clips you could have.
I found some better ones when I was actually like looking through because I found like 3 back to back. I said I gotta do this, so I just grabbed those. Then I just started scrolling for Greg talking. And it's like I could take this out of context. It's like I could take that out of context.
He's so mean to me. It's
No,
not
you were
like-
saying some stupid shit. All right, so Bulma can beat Goku. All right, we're not listening to her.
Y'all not gonna treat me otherwise.
Lord,
Bulma also
Jesus
can beat
Christ.
Vegeta, but for different reasons.
Woo. All right, let me do some news topics before we start ranting and routing again. So there was a PSA from Oda. He makes those now. That he plans for One Piece to end in October of 2026. The validity of
That
this,
was
I have
cute.
no clue. Yeah, I have no clue because he definitely said it was gonna end in like 2 years, like what, 4 years ago.
You know, thank you, Oda, for trying to get our hopes up. But like, I'm current with the story. We not moving fast enough for us to next.
Next October, that's a year.
One Piece's
It's a year and a
birthday.
half.
Well, here's my thing, right? So that's 52 plus October's 10 months away or 6 months away. So like that's about 75 chapters. Could One Piece wrap up in 75 is the better question.
Yeah, it would be a lot of information packed in there.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
feel like it. I don't think so. I hate
Because
to
we
say
can-
it. I feel like it needs like a 2. I think it needs like 200 more chapters. Like I think it.
God damn.
I think it's 2027.
I
If
said
we-
75.
I
You
just
damn near tripled that number. You know that, right?
I meant to double it. 150. Double it.
Okay.
But if we get out of where are we right now?
Elbaf?
Albaf, yeah.
Which is Fable backwards, right?
It's Fable.
Mhm.
It was Fable backwards. Every time we heard it, we wrote it as Fable backwards, but it's spelled different. But it is Fable backwards, yes.
Yeah. So if we get out of Elbath right now, it could happen.
But we're not
Like-
getting out of Albaf right now.
Because then because Laugh Tale's the next destination, isn't it?
They're
No.
missing one.
Well, it's supposed to be in Elbaf, the last
Mm.
poneglyph,
Yeah.
supposedly.
But
So
the whole
maybe-
Loki's arc. has to-
Right. But we're still like we're in the
Yeah.
we're in the middle. We're not at the end of it. So, well, I guess if he ends the Loki before the end of the, yeah, maybe.
Cutting out. It's getting wild. I'm so
It's
sorry.
getting wilder and wilder. I have no idea what it is. I wanted to say it was your gain being too high, low.
Is it me? I don't know.
It's because it was like. I'm sorry, I got music in my soul right now.
If we make the next 2 islands the same length as Egghead, it's possible.
But
Fair.
Egghead was like action, info dump, action, info dump, info dump, info dump, action. Get out of there.
It was a lot of info dump.
Right, which
We had the whole Kuma backstory.
that was
Nigga,
rough.
we learned about the world. What are you talking about? You said Kuma backstory. We learned the world is sinking.
I'm not gonna lie,
Right.
Kuma just passed Robin on that list. She's right behind Brooke now. You can't get any worse.
Damn.
These backstories are. I feel like Oda is trying to top him. How? Today.
I'm gonna say
Erica.
yes. Whatever she said, yeah.
I was saying he's saying like
Nope. Gone.
I quit.
Check your
Alright,
connections. I don't know what to tell you,
Back out,
bro.
back out, and
Yeah,
come
me
back.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can
I'm
come
gonna
back.
leave.
Let's talk shit while she's gone.
Fuck y'all.
Yeah, so this Greg nigga. Oh, you didn't specify who. Sorry.
Yeah, it's even funnier because we're just laughing and she has no idea about what. Unlike when I leave and then you guys talk and then I review the footage and I hear everything, you bastards.
That's fucked up. All I was saying was I think Oda is like trying to top himself. He's like, how can I make the readers cry this
I think
time?
Oda wants to see his fucking family. That's why he said, look, next year, I'm trying to be done. Because this man has literally said in other interviews, like, I can't spend too much time with my family or else I'm not going to finish this.
Yeah, facts.
That's dedication to your craft when you say,
It is.
I love y'all, but I need to finish my work. Like, if I stay by y'all, I'm going to quit.
He's like, I like y'all enough to quit this job, so I'm gonna. Oh no, we lost a follower. Um, sorry, I got distracted.
It's very specific. How do you know that?
You get notifications?
No, I have it open because I'm moving stuff around and uploading and downloading, so I can see it on Spotify specifically.
It's whatever. Oh my
Fuck
lord.
that.
So my other news point outside of One Piece was that with solo leveling being what it is, a lot of people in the new Devil May Cry series. So right now, Devil May Cry released, Fire Force released, solo leveling just finished, Black Mirror just came out. I'm missing a couple shows. I had a long list, but those are the ones I want to talk about in specific. Since DMC came out, a lot of people have been becoming interested in Dante. And as per usual, people put characters against each other. And now the conversation has erupted into, yo, who would win in the 1v1 if Dante versus Sung Jin Woo? And when I heard that, I was like, I pray Death Battle doesn't get their hands on this.
And then they did. I'm just kidding. I
Oh,
did
Lord.
not think that's where you were going when you were like everybody's getting interested in Dante because like I'm in a lot of like female specific like anime groups. So everyone's interested in Dante, but not for his fighting ability.
Oh, no, Dante is a certified Daddysaurus Rex, if you feel me. But
Yeah, I
that's
thought
just
that's where we
because
were going,
that's
but
just because
it's
he's
okay.
swagadacious and a capable man. But
Yeah,
Well, he's in the category white haired, tall.
yeah, yeah. But it was that's where I thought Greg was going with this, and it
that's
wasn't.
that
But that's okay.
I wasn't going to talk about the Gooners. No. I was going to talk about the fact that people are like matching them up against each other, like, who would win, because the people who know about Sung Jin Woo know that Sung Jin Woo becomes a fucking problem, but the people who know about Dante know that Dante has and will forever be a fucking problem.
Hmm. So who y'all got?
Heat, I'll let you talk first.
Um,
That's a bitch
oh,
move, Santa.
yeah, that was kind of. But I
No,
mean,
I
you
have
can't.
I know who I have, indefinitely.
Well, I know a little bit about Dante, but I know enough to know he is definitely like OP. But you can't beat like World Destroyer Sung Jin Woo. I don't think
I got Dante.
Damn, it's split. Am I the tiebreaker?
you
You
are.
see another motherfucker here?
I picked Dante because he's cuter.
Oh wow.
That's so
Wow.
Dante wins.
Oh lord. So I understand like the Sung
Just
Jin
don't know.
Woo
I don't know.
basically
I don't know enough about Dante to give an opinion, honestly.
based off of
Ooh.
what I know and like how they both become outer versal characters, right?
Mhm.
Um by the time Ragnarok hits, Sung Jin Woo is fighting the outer gods. Fuck the creators and rulers. He's fighting niggas that are outside of their space. Um, Dante does similar things and has fought like not only god tier people but like world and universe ending stuff as well. Um, on his dolo and a lot of his abilities and his kit revolves around just his battle IQ and how well he is just with not only hunting demons but just adapting to any situation. One thing that was always expressed about Dante when I was like following him and growing up was like Dante isn't someone who seeks out power. He's just someone who like he only gets it as needed, and then he gets it to the level that's needed to beat whatever he needs to beat. And then he's like, all right, I'm cool. I'm gonna chill and go back and eat strawberry sundaes and eat pizza and bullshit. But Sung Jin Woo definitely I think is powerful, but nah, I don't think he's gonna beat Dante.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't like Sanjin Woo's new haircut. I didn't like his first haircut. I don't like his new haircut. I feel like he may need to like he need a little hair gel. Maybe push it back. Maybe put a part in there. So Dante wins.
Wow.
okay. Well, you had it here, folks.
That's just my opinion, though. I could probably do something about like the powers and abilities and get into it because they're both ridiculously fucking strong, ridiculously fucking
Mm.
fast. Sung Jin Woo has a literal army that he can summon, and he's strong. Like it's not like he has to stand behind the army. You feel me?
Well, obviously the army wouldn't follow him if he had to stand behind the army.
Look at the never mind. There are some that would not that follow a leader that will not fight. So
Okay, but his literally he has to be strong enough to put him in the army. That's like the
Yeah.
the like
I mean, in theory,
clause.
he wasn't strong enough to beat Igris without cheating, because Igris was
Doesn't
Yeah.
giving
matter.
him the fucking work.
He was giving him the work, but he did. A win is a win.
A win is not a win. That was finesse at best.
He became
Mhm.
strong enough to beat him mid-fight due to cheating, but it's
Mm.
still he became stronger. You have to
Yeah.
give it.
Right, because even if he obviously had to be stronger because for him to say arise and Igris arise, he had to be stronger.
Yeah.
Correct.
That condition has to be met. Like the same way he couldn't. What was the snow one? Like the little snow guy. He couldn't
The
arise him because
demon,
he wasn't stronger. I don't remember.
the demon that he one shot.
Yeah, but that's what happened. He wasn't like his power level wasn't high enough to dominate his soul.
Right,
Mm.
because he remember he had to use a lot. He had a lot of help in that fight, and not in like a that he doesn't get help in fights ways, but he had to use Igris. He had to kill that other guy, turn him into a shebang, and then use him
Shebang.
as a distraction. I don't know what they're
I
called. A
guess,
ghost. Are they
but
ghost?
shadows is what they're
Shadows.
canonically
That's what they
called.
are.
Yeah, but
I
I
like
guess
Shebang better.
shebangs. But yeah,
Shebangs.
I don't know. I'm also Dante's one of also my favorite characters. I do enjoy Sung Jin Woo. I enjoyed that entire story and read it in like less than 3 days. So
I don't
don't
like
get it
him.
twisted. But
He's another main character I don't like.
well, I think you don't like him because in the story they make him excessively serious. Like there's memes going around right now on like TikTok and stuff where it's like 90% of solo leveling is him like aura farming or him whipping someone's ass. The other 10% is like his shadows being absolute goofballs or him like being a chibi character where he's being a goofball too. He's not silly, but it's like his uncaring and unwarranted nature is what kind of makes it like, oh, this is still fun.
He just, yeah, he's not fun, and that's what I don't like him. Like, I don't feel like I'm having fun with him.
No,
Like,
like
even the only time I feel like I'm having fun with him is when he's like, when he's having fun, like when he's fighting somebody. He's like, this, I like this. Ooh, like, and he says sometimes he's like, this gonna be fun, and I'd be like, are we having fun now? But other times I just be like, oh, smile. It's okay. You can smile.
he smirks more in the manhwa, but yeah,
Yeah.
for the most part, he doesn't really smile like cheese. A lot of times, it's just a smirk. It's like because
But
he knows
even
he's got
that,
the ups on everybody he goes against, so he's like he smirks. Like the fight that they had in the facility, right? That seemed
Mhm.
like a fight, and like it didn't captivate how much he had the ups on this nigga. He was like, I'm just seeing
So
how much he is, but then he noticed him getting aggressive, and he's like, oh, I gotta shut this down before the system says kill this motherfucker. And then like his killing intent was so hard, the nigga looked like he was gonna piss himself in the manhwa. Like he was like, oh, I'm gonna die.
so
But in the other
so
one, it didn't
funny.
look like that, bruh.
So funny thing about that, I went back and read the manhwa because like it wasn't giving, and and that's what I mean. Like I guess it's the show that's doing it, but it wasn't giving the fun I had in like a lot of his other fights. Like that is a big part that I enjoy about him is like at least when he fights, I'm having fun with him because he's like, oh, you think you doing something? You think you cute? Nah, like that's the energy he gives when he fights. So when I was doing this one, I was like, why he seemed like he having a hard time? Everybody said this was quick. Everybody said he did something. And then when I went back and read it, I was like, y'all played me.
Yeah,
And that's why I think
even the
I
Biru
brought it
fight
up.
was like that.
Yeah, I think I brought it up whatever episode that was when I was like, do y'all think the Japanese is fucking with this?
Yes,
Because it's Korea.
that's almost proven at this point
And
because like
I mean, we talked about it, but yeah.
because like
Yeah.
I don't think he needed to face adversity in the Biru fight. I think that it would have been the same show if he just washed Biru. Like he didn't have to get close to death or close to taking that critical hit to unlock mutilation. No, he unlocked mutilation just cuz and was like how you said having fun like, "Oh shit. New skill. Let's try this shit out." And just was demolishing Biru to the point where
Yeah,
Biru
and
was like, "I got to get the fuck before he kills
Yeah.
me."
but that's my thing. I like characters like that. Like that's why we like Gojo. Let's be real. That's why we like Gojo because Gojo's like, I'm gonna have fun because I know I can. And so like he doesn't need the adversity chip. We got enough of that. Like that's what I got Deku for. Deku is going through adversity. He's trying. I don't want him to try. I want him to just win and succeed, and I want him to have everything.
He
Jinwoo, not Deku.
He's the
Deku
other
can
side of the
go cry in
spectrum.
a Deku can go
Gojo's the
cry in a corner.
yeah. Gojo's one side of the spectrum, and Shenwu represents your Rimuru type characters. Like they have the power, but they really don't want to use it, so they try
Yeah.
not to. And they don't even want to flex that they have it. But then Gojo's like, nah, this is going to be a learning lesson. Hang on, let me go grab my student so he can watch this. Like, yeah.
I saw a spoiler from the manga of Slime, bruh. I'm about to read that bitch. Oh my lord. I ain't even think
I
that they was gonna pull that card, but I was like, nah, I might need to read this right now.
I was really obsessed with thinking about reading it at one point because I wanted to know more about the primal demons
Mm-hmm.
because they seem way more of a bigger threat than they were leading on in any of the first two seasons.
Right.
Mm.
These primal demons that this nigga just has one at his feet, kissing his feet. These things are primal demons. These things are big bads to some people. And you know what they said? He ain't a real demon lord. And this primal demon like, hey, yo, what you say about my lord, bro? I will end you. And they're like, oh, whoa, whoa. Hold on, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9. Like,
But the fact that you have a primal demon who's can be the equivalent to an OG demon lord, and he
right.
just casually popped up and saved you, and like the fact that he was called a color, I'm like, when you name a character something basic like an emotion or a color, they're a fucking problem.
Yeah.
They're a fucking problem, and he evolved. Like, think about that.
Yeah, he evolved further because, like, at first, because they were like, oh, yeah, he should be weak to this. He's like, oh, yeah, I was. But then I
But
evolved.
now
I'm like,
I'm an archdemon. Like, what do you mean
what
you're
do
an
you mean by
archdemon?
that?
Like,
Pause. I
So
wanted to acknowledge the fact that for him to evolve, you know that means his master has to be higher than
yeah.
him. Like he has to have the capability to evolve, which is crazy because it's like being level 99 and hearing someone hit 100. Like that's an achievement.
Yeah. So that's why he's a good example of a character. He has all this power and he'd rather not use it. And Megiddo was the most absolute showcasing of that. Like, you pushed me to this point, I'm just going to murder 20,000 people in an
I
instant.
killed
Just
20,000 people with headshot, strictly headshots.
yeah, like
what
that's
what is this?
Oh yeah. And what's crazy is up until this point he hadn't killed anyone. He was like chill.
What is
But it's
this?
you've never heard about.
reincarnated slime.
I've never. You guys talk about it, and so I'm just like, cool.
Well,
I'm
this
good
is
to slurp, but I've never watched it. And guess who needs to do laundry, and so needed a show.
oh for sure
You
because
the first season's definitely in English and it's good in English, good English dub.
all of them is in English.
Season 3 is in English. I had to watch that.
Yeah,
When I was watching it, it wasn't in English. I wanted
no,
to
it's in
finish
English.
it. I wanted to
I
finish
finished it.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
finished it last
3
week.
seasons?
Yeah.
Y'all know
I will
I'm
say season 3 is another Minecraft type simulator. I will say that.
It's a slow grind, but the thing is, the show keeps it interesting, right? Because
okay.
obviously, like we said, Rimaru's OP as fuck. So it gets boring when you only have him fighting, right? So a lot of the time, Rimaru will hand it off to his right hand, his left hand, his 3-tier low person and be like, yo handle his light work. I know you got it. And they'll be like,
It's
really, boss? Like, people are excited because he be handling people who are big bads off to his lackeys. Like, they're like, yo, master, can I handle this? And he'd be like, sure, I would love not to fight today.
Would love not to fight today. I love that.
no, it's
I
it's
like
one of
that.
it's one of those shows where because your main character is just power scaling crazy, they start shifting it to more of a political aspect. So like it revolves around them building the town and the universe and the story versus them fighting stronger opponents.
Okay,
Like,
that's fine.
yeah, you would really enjoy it because it has slice of life features, but it's still technically a shonen. Like the basic uh theme of it is this man was reincarnated as the weakest thing, but that weakest thing has like the power to adapt. So that's how, as a slime, he can talk, he can grow stronger and all that. But as he grows, he still has his human mind and an amazing. Essentially, his superpower is AI, high key.
ChatGPT.
Yeah, he has Chat GPT in his head, and it's like
Okay.
an ability. So with that, he can use his like human knowledge in this magic world. Cause like in the first thing he does in his town when they start like actually building a monster town, they make hot water, like sinks and shit, and he combines like what he knows about just a sink and magic. Like, oh, let's put crystals behind the wall, and when you turn this dial, it'll activate the fire crystal to heat up the water, so you have hot water.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh yeah,
That's
and then
so nice.
he builds a fucking empire.
Oh, you know, thinking of hot water, thinking of bathrooms, I miss bidets and heated toilet seats.
I do miss
I don't
that.
know if you know this, but that's a thing in the United States.
No, meaning over there, almost every toilet you're going
Yeah,
to
I know.
go to
Yeah.
I
is
know.
heated with a heated bidet. Not even just
Yeah.
a bidet. You're getting sprayed
It's a-
with warm ass water. Sometimes hot water, bruh.
Sometimes it was hot. I was like, wait a minute. And some of them had like a lot of them had like fans so you could dry off, so you just wasn't like
Not just
wet to
sitting there
toilet paper.
waiting, dripping.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's
You could get a little air so you're not just dripping wet at least.
yo. The first time I sat on a cold toilet seat, like when I first got home and I had to sit on my cold toilet seat, I was upset. I could have shed a tear. I
I
could
almost
have
bought a
cried.
toilet the next day.
I was actually on Amazon.
I want to afford it so bad.
This is exactly how I felt. Ugh.
Next day shipping, please.
Yes.
Ugh.
Yes.
I hate it here.
But no, you would like it. It's a really good show. I recommend it to anybody who like shonen, but is willing to have a slow burn because it's not a lot of exposition. It's a lot of them figuring it out because people are plotting against them. So it's like, I wonder who would do this and why. Let's investigate, and then there's a fight. There's always a few fights.
Oh, I
a
love
lot of
investigation.
yeah,
Because
And
I
it-
want to figure it out before they do.
and you can try, but the good thing about it is he's dumb. He's dumb as fuck. So like when at the end of the at the end of the exposition, usually what is it? What was it originally called? It wasn't Beelzebub.
Great Sage.
Great
Great
Sage,
Sage.
yeah. So when Great Sage, his Chat GPT, he'll be like, yeah, and then he'll be like, this is what's going on. He'll be like, oh, okay, cool. He's definitely a nigga who acts like he knows what the fuck is going on.
I
This will be
mean,
fun.
you could have just hooked her in the very first 30 seconds of the show, where our main character dies and his dying words to his friends are, "Burn my hard drive."
That's funny as shit.
I like it. I'm in. Yeah, you sold me
You
right
know,
there.
what's really crazy to me is I like the way that in that show when you're getting isekai'd, how like it's kind of listening and based off of what you want in your next life, it kind of gives you there. You feel me? Like how he was like, "Damn, I'm so cold," and he's like, "Oh, cold resistance," and it was like, "Is this my blood? Fuck, I'm losing a lot of it. I'll make you a body with no blood."
He inadvertently wished himself to be a slime, yes.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Okay, I'm in. I'm
that's funny as shit.
so tired. It hit me all of a sudden. Crash.
Speaking of Sung Jin-woo, Alex Lee got nominated for Best Voice Performance on the Crunchyroll 2025 Awards.
Well, I have
like,
discuss that. I have to discuss that because
really? I saw your list. Mine is very similar. Not gonna lie, mine is pretty similar.
half of those are just me speculating based on what other people say about the show and what I know about the shows. I didn't have any input on that category. But my thing about the Crunchyroll Awards is this year it's going to probably be wrong and inflated because this is for last year.
Correct.
Not starting winter 2025 before all of that.
I got you. I feel you.
Yeah.
Solo Leveling
But you got to
good.
remember,
Yeah.
if it was good enough, it would still be being talked about. I
Yeah,
understand,
no,
like, in your forefront, solo leveling's there well, Don ended a little while ago, but, like,
right,
it's
but
right there.
solo leveling in this awards is just season 1. Nothing of season 2
Right,
is
since
in
you
this
was in
awards.
awards, yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
But people are going to vote based on what they
Based on
just
season
saw.
2. You're
What
right.
you
You're
just
you're
saw,
100%
yeah.
right, because a lot of it, I'm not gonna lie, is Don, solo leveling, and I'm missing one anime that was out this season.
Free reign. Oh, Kaiju number 8. That
There we
was
go.
you know,
And Kaiju
Yeah,
number
catch
8.
number 8.
And I think that Kaiju number 8 did a great job. I think they all did great jobs, right? But I think that, like you said, that inflation factor is going to be there because, like, season 1 of solo leveling isn't fresh in your mind. Season 2 is.
Right.
But
That's what you're thinking about.
yeah. But
And
yeah.
I think I said on here, I was like, season 1 was a little slow for me. I'm excited for season 2 because it was just a lot of him like figuring out the system in season 1, and then season 2 was like more of him like, I mean, yes, he was doing dungeons, but we weren't really seeing it. It was just like, yeah, I did it, killed a wolf thing, and season 2 was like him and all the other stuff.
we were doing so well. We were doing so well.
We were doing so well.
We're almost done.
It's definitely your Wi-Fi.
Okay. Well,
LOL. But yeah, so I'm interested to see how it goes. You know, I like an invite Crunchyroll if you would, but you know, take me back to Japan one last time. You know, one time for the one time. I do
Yeah,
a
look at
good review.
I
the
will.
judges and the talent list. You might can find some of those folks and steal their spot. You know, like hero style.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Take that badge. There we go.
Yeah.
Walk up in that bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Season
I really want to go to something like that eventually when we get a little bit more, you know, credibility. Maybe we should make a website or
love to go.
something. Actually do some reviews.
Shout out to the fun fact that I never realized because I don't really listen to ending sequence. Kaiju number 8's ending sequence is One Republic. I voted for that just because I would not think One Republic would be on an anime list of votes.
Yeah, Kaiju number 8's ending sequence. A lot of people liked it. I also made me think about this. For me, I feel like I'm gonna be a great writer, or for an anime one day, because for the most losing main characters, hard to watch season, I'm gonna have the most banger fun song at the end sequence. Niggas just died. Go on without me. Oh no, my favorite character's dying, and we
Okay, did Jujutsu Kaisen
like,
season 1?
huh?
Yeah, okay.
Jujutsu Kaisen season 1.
Yeah, like you got the camera panning out. No, no. Like you gonna be like, yo, they didn't just do this to me. I'm doing that in like the happiest season. I'm showing you sad shit. Niggas,
like
if niggas is having the best time of their life, I'm giving you the saddest closing
the
because I'm ending the
Russian
season
thing.
on the saddest note. I'm ending that season on the saddest note. Like, not a cliffhanger. You're gonna know what happened. It's not a did they survive, didn't they survive? No, he's missing 2 arms, a legs, and his reproductive organs no longer work. He has cancer. He's not making it to the next season.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
So just know, if my name's on that bitch, oh, you're in for a treat.
I'm telling y'all are, because Greg said the only way for character growth is tragedy, death.
I don't think
It's
that's the
way.
only way. I think that's the most entertaining and
Only
fun way
way,
for me. I think a lot of the time that's the easiest way to do it. Like, you can go through complex ideas like experiencing great failures, not reaching your own expectations, or someone lying to you and you now having to restructure how you think and how you feel about a situation, a people, a group, because of the lies told to you. An example being Gabby from Attack on Titan. Gabby felt as if she was justified killing all the Eldians that she did. She felt like they were the devil. She felt like she was the devil. She wanted to repent for how bad she was because of how she was raised. When in reality, when she came and found out that these people are just normal people, they aren't that bad, it's crazy that I'm doing this, but at the same time, I gotta live too. She evolved even further to being like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be killing these motherfuckers like this, but at the same time, like, what about my people?
I hate
What
her.
about my peeps? That's evolution and that's learning. However,
I hate her just
if
as
I
much as I
shot her
hate
in the
season 1 Aaron.
face, I might get a different result. But my point is, I understand creative writing in that way. I'm just not the best at that. I am good at giving you a character, a person, a scenario that you really love and care about, and a reason to love them, and taking it away.
Because you're an evil person.
I actually started writing a villain speech the other day. You're
Oh,
gonna
I
have
heard
to,
about that.
You're gonna have to clear it. It's a good one.
I just can't remember. You just made me think of. There's a villain speech that used to live rent free in my head, and I can't remember it. But playing that ominous music over somebody talking, peak.
I'm gonna try and do the sound engineering on it. I'm gonna send you. If I can't do it, I'm gonna get the speech right first, right? Then I'm gonna try and like make it like a TikTok video, because this is how I'm gonna practice my voice acting.
Okay, so with the Anime Awards, wrapping up that thought, they should definitely add a category for best antagonist because
They should. They should.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Orb had one of the best antagonists I've seen in a minute.
Orb?
A minute, yes. It's just peak. But
I want it to
then
be
again,
known that most of you motherfuckers who love villains and love antagonists and shit like that, I want you to know that your favorite character usually is a rapist or pedophile. So sit with that.
No,
No, not true.
no, not true.
Oh, really?
You just threw out that was big speculation. You just threw that out. And it's not
Oh,
even true.
really?
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
there are villains who aren't.
No, there's
Present your
tons
facts
that
then.
aren't, but
Present your facts then.
presenting my facts. Most people, a lot of people's favorite villain is the Joker. Joker is a rapist. A lot of people's favorite antagonist is Hisoka. Well, protagonist, antagonist. He's a pedophile. That's just two. I could probably go down a list. I have books right over here, and I can search them up. If you like Slade, pedophile.
Now, Joker, first of all, Slade groomed children. He didn't touch them.
There's some iterations where he had sex with old girl.
Tara.
Thank you.
They were fucking. You don't act like that just because he was grooming you. You got fucked. I don't care. I don't care. Like, we're not gonna sit here and play like he ain't touched that little girl. She was touched.
Oh my gosh.
She was abandoned and alone, and he manipulated her. He didn't have to touch her. And whatever iterations you're talking about, that's something else. But the point is,
there's parts where we see them kiss. There's times where like she's betraying them, and like we watch her walk up to him and stick her tongue down his throat. She was touched.
Are we talking about Teen Titans or the
She's talking
Marvel?
about the movie. She's talking about the
Like
movie.
both.
There's a movie.
Okay,
but there's a
the
comic book run that there's several comic book runs that have that similar information. No lie.
Yeah. I'm not saying that he was. It's
I'm
wrong,
not
but
saying everybody, but I'm saying a lot of people don't realize this about their favorite villain.
All right, here we go. We talking about villains. What they supposed to be like? Good people? They're bad guys. They do bad shit. It's like saying, "Oh yeah, he killed 1,000 people, but he's still a good guy." No, he murdered, raped, and plundered. Like that's what he did.
Murdered, raped, and plundered. Are you justifying this right now?
No, I'm just saying. Why are we trying to have?
See, I caught him. I caught him. I caught him.
No, I don't get why we're having this argument of having morally good villains. Like not all villains are good. That's why they're villains.
Don't get it twisted. A good villain sometimes is someone like the Joker who just does things for the sake of chaos, just because they want to. Sad as it is to say, Griffith's a great villain. I don't think he's anyone's favorite though.
No, he is. He's top. He's top villains. Everybody loves him.
If Griffith is your favorite villain, we need to sit. I need to sit you down and have a handhold talk with you. If Griffith is your favorite villain, what do you like about this man?
He's checking off a lot of boxes. He's handsome. He really fucks with the main character.
Oh yeah, he really fucks. All right.
He's checking the villain boxes. He's not my type of villain, but he's someone's type. He has white hair. Come on, white hair. Put you up on the list.
I didn't feel like Griffith was a villain.
What do you think Griffith is? I think he's a monster.
He did nothing wrong.
I feel like he was a unwell character, main character that due to one incident he kind of snapped and did some wrong things. I don't think he's a villain. I think he's a victim of his
Just
Absolutely
own
not.
mental health. Of his
no,
own mental health. Of his own mental health.
no, because you can be a victim and still be a villain. Just because someone hurt you does not make it okay for you to hurt others.
Magneto's a victim and a villain.
There's a lot of people who are victims and also not villains, and they're also victims.
You didn't like that one?
Just because.
He's a Holocaust survivor. That's obvious.
Okay, I was like, you look like you didn't like that. That's a good one. That's a good
That's
one.
obvious.
He's just saying that it's obvious. He didn't
Look,
say it was bad. He just
Low
said it was
hanging fruit,
obvious.
brother. I didn't say it wasn't obvious, but what I am saying is it's a good example.
I don't disagree with him, but that's saying that makes his actions justified, which they are not. Just because that's like, all right, I'm thinking like SVU, like thinking that case. Think of SVU. Just because I was a rape victim doesn't mean now I can be a rapist.
Fair.
So like, yeah, you're a
You gotta
victim,
work on
but
your
that doesn't.
censor words, because like that's a hard one to
Yeah.
slide by on most
Yeah.
sites, buddy.
Yeah.
Just because I was
Wait,
abused doesn't mean I can be an abuser.
It's too late now.
Too late.
Don't
It's
run it
in there.
back. It's in there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Too late.
I was trying. I tried. Look, I'm not perfect.
Think crepes. From now on, just think crepes.
Crepes,
We like
grapes, and drapes. But that being said,
Whatever.
I was just
That's not my
creating rage bait right there. My point being is like, yes, I agree with you, Diva, that villains aren't supposed to be good people. But something I've recently learned and agreed with is that there's kind of 3 categories of antagonists, right? And I say this kind of, and I'm oversimplifying, obviously, right? Because there's more complex characters who fit into these different groups. But you have your criminals, right? And those are your people who like rob banks, who do bad things, right? Criminals usually go by a code to some sort, right? No women or children. I'm robbing this bank, but my goal is not to kill anybody. I'm just trying to rob the bank, right? Think that.
I just want the money.
Yeah. Villains, who usually have a point to prove, they might have a looser moral code because they're trying to prove a point or have a path. They have something that they want, right? That's a villain.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have monsters. Monsters are people who are more or less irredeemable and do things just for the sake of chaos and aren't good. They don't have redeeming qualities, or the redeeming qualities are not outweighed by the chaos and destruction that they create, right?
So here's my question: who's more fun to watch?
A monster, honestly, but like you put up, and I'm quoting King Lion here. But he's like, you put a monster down. You can have a monster. You don't glorify a monster. You let a monster be a monster. But when it's time for the hero to confront a monster, you don't Batman it and be like, I can try and save you. No, you put a monster down. You put the beast down, because that beast is gonna continue to be a beast.
Johann Liebert.
What?
Johann Liebert.
I don't know what that means, bro.
That is the villain from the monster from the literal anime Monster.
I didn't watch Monster.
Yeah, he was the child. The premise of Monsters, in very short terms, for people that don't know, Monster is an anime about a doctor who was faced with the challenge of saving the presidential elect candidate or this 12-year-old boy, and he said, "Well, the boy was here first. I value his life over this old man who's whatever, and I'm gonna do that." He lost his license and his practice. The hospital fired him because he didn't save the VP over this random child, and come to find out that random child became a sociopathic serial killer.
Well,
and spent all of his life fucking with that doctor for making that decision. Also, the boy was a twin, so he has a twin sister.
That's actually pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah. So it's 80 shows about the doctor trying to chase down him, and he's just setting up pawns that he's using to sacrifice and throw them at the doctor for very different. Yeah, pretty much. Like he's
Lazarus. That's the other show that came out. Lazarus.
Yeah.
But the doctor saved him, so why is he fucking with the doctor who saved him?
Because I'm a fucking monster. I don't need a reason other than I want to.
Yeah.
You kept me alive. I'm a sick motherfucker. I'm gonna make you regret that.
But you don't know who you keep alive. Like that's like saying like if someone walks
That's not the
with
point.
with a
Yeah.
like with a offensive tattoo, do you still do your duties?
That's
You
an
don't.
episode of House and Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, like do you not do your job? Like he took a what was it called a Hippocratic oath?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like him saving the one or the other. First of all, y'all, the fact that y'all made him like him saving one or the other. What difference does that make?
He was a neuro specialist, so he was like
Yeah.
very well known. But I mean that show's very psychological, but it really boiled from that one point. Like he made a
Right.
choice, and that
Yeah.
choice ruined his life.
But that's my point. That's a monster, right? A monster
Yeah.
doesn't need a rhyme or reason. They just do shit because they can.
Yeah.
And sometimes they have a reason, and sometimes a villain becomes a monster. I had a good reason, but I divulged into chaos. And that reason is like now a mute point because of how terrible I am. That's what I was writing the speech for. The character that was a hero turned villain turned monster. And like the whole hero idea was a charade, and he didn't know it was a charade, but it becomes the idea and the premise of like, I thought I wanted to help people, but really I just wanted to hurt somebody and have a reason to hurt them. And from hurting people, I learned I really like this. But I also value you.
Wait, who
That
is this?
same
This is in the comic?
yeah. But the
I'm gonna
like
follow
like
that.
he like how you said in Monster, like he's like, oh, I'm gonna do this to you now. But for him, it's a weird admiration. It's like, hey, I really
I think that's
appreciate
what it was.
you helping me find this part of myself. And you know what? You made me better. I'm gonna make you the best you can be by causing you as much pain as possible in every way, shape, or form I can. A monster that to see that person fall from grace. That's what I want.
Yeah.
A mojito.
Nah, Mahito was a fucking loon.
Moscow was insane. He was just doing shit for shits and giggles.
A true monster.
He's a nihilist.
Uh,
That's different.
Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to keep sidetracking, but just
You
remember
love
this
fun.
moment. Remember the fact that Mahito was singing as he was murdering people in that subway. He was singing a real life song.
Drink it, drink
He
it, drink
was-
it, drink it, drink it, drink it.
He was singing a real life song, and then at the end of his murder spree, when Yuji finally pulls up and he sees that, and he's expressing his pain, he says, "You don't have to yell."
Yo said, Mahito, you don't have to yell. God.
I'm right here.
I think I'd just be staring like, yo, fuck is wrong with you?
Can you believe this guy shouting and shit?
Come on, we can be civilized.
We can be civilized.
You just blew up my homie. You
That
blew
is
up two
pure-
of my homies.
That is pure Joker energy. Like, it's like, hey, we have manners, okay? Take your shoes off before you walk in here.
Take your
Like,
shoes
I know
off
there's
before I
blood
give you this
everywhere.
ass whooping.
There's blood everywhere, but at least take your shoes off. Be some respect.
Nah,
Show
I'm
me
just
some
glad that at the end of that,
respect.
I'm you. And that man said, I don't want to go against me. Hell.
I don't want to go against myself.
That's basically what happened. He's like, I'm you. I'm going to kill you. And he's like, it doesn't have any meaning. It doesn't have to have any meaning. And you can come back as many times as you want. I'm going to keep killing you. Maybe they'll find meaning in it years from now. I don't care. I just know today, you're going to die. He's like, you mean exercise? No. I'm going to kill you.
I'm gonna clarify.
I'm not exercising shit. I'm killing something today.
Okay. Side tangent over. Do you have any more news topics, or can I finish this awards thing?
That's it. Finish your awards thing. It's all you, bro.
Okay. So for folks that don't know, today's date marks the day after the Crunchy Awards ended for voting. It was open for a week, maybe 2 weeks. The most relevant category to all people who care about these things would be Anime of the Year, and the votes were for the nominees were Don, Delicious in Dungeon, Free Run Beyond, Journey's End, Solo Leveling, The Apothecary Diaries, and Kaiju #8. Now, the most snubbed show on this list will 100% be Apothecary Diaries because it's a very small fan base, but it's a good show for what it is.
I don't think Apothecary Diaries will be snubbed. Only because, and I say that only because I think Freerun will be snubbed. I think Freerun
Absolutely not.
is no, the Freerun hype is crazy. Like I knew nothing about it for a really long time, and I just so much about Freerun, like since its like debut, which is crazy.
I could see that. Freeman and Apothecary Diaries do touch a lot of the nominations.
Mm.
But if it boiled down to it, I think they would probably come out tied for winning the other awards. They wouldn't win an Anime of the Year, of course. But
Mm-mm.
I mean, Freeman's illogical to me because I enjoy that show very much. But when I sit here and look at the awards and all the categories, I'm thinking like it really didn't do any of these things super well.
Mm.
The main character wasn't even good. She was the most least interesting part about the show.
Have you
That's
guys noticed
interesting.
that that's like a running theme in a lot of these shows? Like, make the main character okay, at least in the first season. Make the main character okay, but make a more entertaining and gravitating
Sidecast.
side cast. Like the
Yeah.
Yeah.
colors in the side cast, the pictures with the main character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I'm okay with that because when you have a show from a main character's perspective and they're pretty much bland and everyone else is more interesting, it makes you feel like you're in the story more.
Hmm.
Because now it's like you have a perspective that I have. You're not really interesting like all these other figures here. And you're
Mhm.
seeing them the same way I see them. So now I feel like I can relate to you as a main character more and now I like you more.
Fair.
But yeah,
Man, I think
all
they're
that
gonna get
said,
snubbed, sadly.
yeah, I do think both of them will get stubbed. If I had to shoot for the moon, Dawn to Dawn or Solo Leveling because of the misunderstanding, I'm glad Crunchyroll's going to fix the schedule moving forward where the years line up with the actual calendar year. But
Good.
Dawn to Dawn, I'm voting for them to win that. Delicious in Dungeons also a great low key one. That was just fun. Like that was just fun all the way through. There were serious moments, but like when you really sit there and think about it, it's like, yeah, we're in a dungeon. Um, we don't have money for supplies, so we're just gonna start eating the monsters. Nigga, what?
I
So
mean,
yeah,
I don't disagree. I think that's genius. Like we can't get supplies. We gotta hunt these things anyway. We can get materials off of them, make clothes, eat the whole shebang.
yeah,
Weapons.
live off of the land, you know. And then they introduced who also made protected all cost categories. Shinsu, is it Shinsu? Not yet. Senshi. Um, he looks like Greg. He's a small dwarf man with a nice beard and hair. um,
This
and he
man
likes
wonders why I hit him with fireballs, bruh. That's
but I
why.
mean, since she was your favorite character in the show because they found this random man wandering the dungeon who was already eating the dungeon creatures. Like he has a whole pot and he just walks around. He's like, yeah. Let me show you how to fillet him up. And then like they break it down like you watching a cooking show, and it's like, yeah, you gotta skin the this, you gotta pull this out, you gotta make sure you simmer at low heat. You know, make sure you get that butter in there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I'm looking at a picture. That's him. That's you. He just need really. Y'all the same skin color. He don't even need a tan or nothing, Lord.
It's not a shot. Like it was just a genuine thought I had watching the show.
Is this him with no beard? It look just like Greg with no beard. That's crazy.
I hate you.
It wasn't even an insult. In the protect all cause category, Greg. You people want to protect you. You're precious.
At all costs.
Hate.
You gotta look at in the show. You can't look at a random Google image.
Oh, random Google image.
Niggas said I look like a hairy dwarf. I hate you niggas. The both of you.
He's not a hairy dwarf. Okay, that's just the outfit.
Yeah.
Eddie,
You just
But
stubby. You just compact.
I definitely say Delicious in Dungeons on Netflix. So check it out if you have a subscription. It's definitely a fun watch. Um, Free Run's on Netflix too now, if I'm not
Can I do a
mistaken.
quick tangent? I
Uh,
promise it'll be quick. It's a
yeah.
question. Well, how do y'all feel about Netflix video game to animation adaptation? We have four now.
They're doing good. They've done good so far. That's all I can really say. They've done good.
Okay.
I can't complain.
What was three? What was three? I know
Uh,
Cyberpunk and
Cyberpunk, Castlevania,
Fuck am I talking
Castlevania.
about? They've been doing amazing with the
Devil May
anime, the
Cry,
game, the
Devil May
game,
Yeah,
the anime.
and Arcane.
They did amazing with all those. They put money into them because they know that people are gonna come back. Devil May Cry's already been scheduled for a season 2. I believe we're actually. I think I heard something about another Cyberpunk coming out, gonna be following another protagonist, but that's gonna break my heart for the specific reason of now I kind of know what the formula is gonna be for another Cyberpunk Edge Runners, which would kill me.
no,
I
that's from
can't,
the game.
huh?
That's from the game though. Like that's just the premise of an edge
And that's
runner.
and that's my point. It makes me sad to realize I didn't finish Cyberpunk. I think I'm gonna go back and try and play it because I said I'm gonna start doing game reviews, and do kind of a short format one that can be TikTokable and shit, and then a long format one where I actually dive into it. But I think I'm actually gonna give Cyberpunk another try. I think I wrote it
Yeah, man.
off a little bit too early. Because the story in there is like deep and like it was enjoyable. It just was a learning curve that I didn't feel like going over.
Fair.
But then at the same time, I really enjoyed Edge Runners. Like, it Edge Runners made me feel like I've never cried from a show, but that was damn near a close one because like I was in my heart of hearts. I knew they tell you how things go for Edge Runners. You don't live long. Period. We're doing
But that's
this
how they
to
become cyberpunks.
exactly, and they're like,
Yeah.
but that's how you become a legend. Like, there's no,
Yeah.
and they're like, and like David even acts like, yo, where are these legends now? Like, nigga, they're dead. Like, these niggas
Yeah.
died doing this shit. So, and they tell you from the get, that's what you get doing this shit. It's also kind of crazy that David became a legend in a year.
Yeah, he was crazy punk. You know, you're like this.
Yeah. He didn't have to have, what did he have? 98% cybernetics?
Yeah, he was cracked out.
Bro, if he just relaxed a little bit, because they even said you have a predisposition for cybernetics. Like, you're good. Like, just stop before you go cyber psycho. Nah, I need
Yeah,
more,
but
bro.
yeah, he got too popular, and then that's when that whole showdown happened, and he just kind of had to go balls to the wall at that point. But
I know.
yeah, I think Netflix did well with those. I never played any of those games, but I thought as shows they were good shows. Um,
You beat
yeah.
Cyberpunk. You love Cyberpunk.
Well, I love Cyberpunk because I like that the ending can go a lot of different routes, and then the after the credit scenes, cut scenes, are based off of your ending. And like the options you can go. I mean, Cyberpunk's been out for a while. Like, no matter what you do during the game, like you playing, you think you can save yourself, but in the end, it's like, hey, like there's no winning for you. Like,
It's
you're gonna
the
die
illusion of
regardless.
choice is what they give you.
Yeah,
Like, you can do everything in your power, but no, your situation is terminal no matter what.
Yeah.
yeah, and
You
it's
get
like
to
you can
choose how terminal it gets to be though.
right.
If
You
we're
could
being real.
live on as Johnny, let Johnny live on in your body and just have a life, or you could just end it all here, or you could I forgot what the third option was, but
Wait it out.
and then yeah, just like wait it out, just die, just chill, and then it's just like the credit scenes, all the characters you met, they have words to say to you about how it ended, and it's just like damn, like I enjoyed these characters. I appreciated the story here. You get to really experience this, and
I mean, in
it's
theory,
over.
you are already on borrowed time because the beginning of the game. This is the prologue, by the way. You get shot in the fucking face. So
Yeah, that's why you can't ever be too mad about it.
yeah, technically,
Uh,
you're already on borrowed time. You should be dead either way.
yeah. So, but yeah, I thought a lot of people didn't like that game because of the bugs that were coming out when it first released, but I didn't have any issues on my playthrough, so I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then I had a second playthrough, which I just ran around with a sword and killed everything, as I tend to do in most games. Fun little sidebar. But the last thing that I just wanted to touch on was the film of the year as well, because of the nominees, which I don't know half of them. My Hero, You're Next, Spy Family, Code White. Didn't know Spy Family had a movie. The Colors Within, another little slice of life. Mom Mononoke, the movie, The Phantom of the Rain. No idea what that is. Look Back, cool animation, and of course Haikyuu, the dumpster battle.
Do you think Haikyuu is gonna win? In your honest opinion,
I haven't seen all the other movies, but I would like Haikyuu to win just because that. If I've never seen peak sports anime like that, because half of the cast they only are doing this because of their friend. Like they're one game away from nationals, and they're literally just here because of someone else. Like they do not give a fuck about volleyball. But through this challenge and all the turbulence that they went through to get here, they realized like, yo, I think I kind of love this sport.
Mm.
I want
And
it
it's
to
just
be
like,
known.
yeah,
Y'all piss me off with Haikyuu, and here's why. Y'all be like, this is the greatest sports anime ever. It's so great. These
You can't
niggas
say
be
that.
flying high and slapping these balls, man. I'm like, but then I start watching it, and I don't feel the same way. That's what pisses me off. Not that it's bad. I just don't feel the same way. And I didn't do 3 episodes specifically because my rule is if I'm going 3 episodes, I'm probably going to continue to watch it. That's what I've done with so many other shows that I just didn't want to watch.
I just kept watching.
Yeah, I might as well finish it.
Oof.
um, I I I can't really like it's Haikyuu's really about the characters. The characters make the show so good.
I like the
Um,
fact that he's short. Maybe his
no
friends
comment.
You
call him a
feel
dwarf.
you feel a connection there on that
Kinship.
level.
I mean, I can jump pretty high, fly high. Yeah, I could do that.
I've never seen you jump high.
What are you talking about? I can jump high as shit.
Just because your feet leave the ground.
I
High
can,
is a relative
I
term to
can like
shorter people.
almost dunk, right?
Almost.
High is a relative term.
Almost doesn't count.
For a 5'6" nigga to be able to touch rim on a good day, like that's kind of crazy, bro. You gotta recognize game.
Game recognized granddad, and you looking real unfamiliar.
You try to jump, your knees gonna blow out. Shut the fuck up. With that being said,
Uh,
I hope they win. Either I heard the My Hero movie was gas. I didn't watch it, sadly, but I gotta get back on my
They tend to
my
have good
anime tip.
movies. I haven't seen. I think I'm one movie behind, so I didn't see them. But
I didn't want to
their movie was pretty good.
I didn't want to watch it because it was just Dark Might, which is just evil All Might.
aw.
Yeah, that's the main reason I didn't want to watch it. I was like, oh, this is lazy.
This is lazy.
You know what wasn't lazy? That fucking high Q guys.
There you go again, making me mad. Now.
I'm sorry, but the climax of that movie was just so well done because first of all, they give you the perspective of the other team and the character who least cares about this sport. And you're watching it through his eyes. Like you're literally watching him dart around looking for the ball and adjusting and everything. And then all the sound slowly dissipates and all you can hear is his breathing because he's tired. He's been running for hours, that whatever long the fucking volleyball game goes on. And it's like I don't fucking know. All I know is you're now like, damn, like I'm in this moment. Like, is he gonna clutch up? Is he gonna win it? And then the ball comes his way, and right when he's trying to like set, it slips because he's been sweating so much. So the ball just hits the ground, and that's game. That was match three. That was match three overtime, 4 point, 5 point something, and that was it. Just like that, a whole career over. That was his last game in high school. He's graduating, moving on. Everything's ended, and it was just like, that's real. Like your high school career will end just like.
It happens.
Yeah. Oh, Rematch. That is a news point, but not a real news point. It was just So there's a game coming out called Rematch, right?
Done.
Shut up. There's a game coming out, right? It's called Rematch, and it's like it's a soccer game, right? But it's like a 5v5 soccer game, and it's super aggressive, and it's basically Blue Lock the game. I just wanted to tell you that.
No, I saw the squad playing that.
I've been seeing niggas go crazy with it. So I've never played a soccer game, but that made me want to play a soccer game.
Interesting. All right, you ready for ears? I promise he quick.
Oh, you're
I
fine.
promise you're gonna hate them.
You don't even know what they are.
Show us. Be quick.
Okay, so these stop. These are the last ears of the collection for December, the December ears, and they are s'mores. So we have s'mores ears.
Told you.
And yeah, it's a graham cracker, but this is like glittery. Yeah,
I see it. I see it.
yeah, and then the bow is glittery. Have your chocolate and your marshmallow, and then even rigid self chocolate. Yeah, eat some like the other one. So yeah, I thought they were kind of cool. They're not my favorite, but they're not my least favorite. Oh, and your s'more has a bite out of it right here.
Once again, same issue I had with the goddamn cookie. Why did I take a bite out of only graham cracker? I would never do that.
But it's not only graham cracker with that. You can see there's more missing.
Yeah, it's a dip. See,
Oh, it better
it's a
be.
full dip.
It better be.
Yeah, it's a full dip. He's about to be mad.
Oh, I was gonna be pissed if they did that twice.
Yeah, I think
My-
listen, they heard you.
2 out of 5.
My issue is they could have just kept the shape of the cookie like the Mickey Mouse face.
Yeah.
Oh, like this be the shape of
Yeah,
the cookie.
because now it's like, why is there just a random white spot on the front? Because they wanted to have a
Stamped it.
glittery.
Yeah, they stamped it.
Cause branding. Heed, what do you give out of
Yeah.
5?
I'll give it a 3. Like, they're not terrible.
I gave it a 2.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
terrible. Like, we've seen some terrible ones.
We have seen some terrible ones.
Y'all have seen some terrible ones. I won't lie. And as you can see, I have to buy hooks. Those are like all of my new ears, so they don't have a home yet. So-
I think so. That's January to December, right? All
Yep,
Disney
we
Eats.
finished all the Disney Eats. I don't know what like topic I'm gonna do next. I could do princesses. Just the ears I got from Japan. I don't know. Figure it out.
All
I could
right,
do
now,
just ducks.
now,
Fuck.
Diva's mic, please, Diva's mic. I'm talking to you real nice and sweet. I need you to hold it together for 5 seconds because I need you to do an outro because my passion project will be to mash the Disney Each collection. So I just need you to outro the collection.
We can do it. Okay, what do you want me to say?
What do
However you
mean?
want to wrap
It's
up
you.
Yes.
I hate doing
I
this.
need you
Y'all
to
know
do
I
this
hate
thing.
it.
What do you want me to do for it? Just do it. Well, that's the
It's
Disney
not a
Eats
Klondike
collection,
bar.
guys. Yay! What the fuck?
It's not a Klondike bar. You just do it.
Yeah.
I'm not Nike. I'm not Nike. And y'all know I'm not good at this. We've done this before, and every time I fuck it up. Okay. I'm Diva XOXO, and that's the action.
Damn. Nope. Do it again.
No,
Do it
it
again.
didn't come through.
I just wanted something more personal. It's like, yeah, that's the Disney Eats collection. Appreciate. Hope y'all enjoyed. We'll
Oh,
see
okay.
what comes next.
You know, I hate doing these. Okay.
Oh, she's really hyping herself up. This is
No, I'm
adorable.
trying to get the smile out of my face because it's hurt. Like it hurts your cheeks.
No, it
Okay.
does not hurt me to smile. What the fuck? How often do you smile?
A lot.
Or a lack
been there
thereof?
No, I
I've
do.
working at a casino. I've been there before.
Yeah, your
You were
cheeks
frowning
hurt.
when I was there.
Yeah,
Because you were there.
my face hurt already. All right, my muscles couldn't take it no more.
Okay. Thanks everybody for joining me for the Disney collection. The next round of ears, I'm not sure yet. I hope what your favorite Disney Eats ears are. Blah blah blah. Y'all don't like that one? Okay. I'll start
No,
over.
that was good.
It
was
cut
good,
out.
though.
It was like, welcome to the Disney. I don't know what the next set of ears are, but let me know your.
You know what? It's fine. I'm gonna take it, and we're just gonna
It's
play
okay,
music.
got it. last one. Last one. I'll do it. All right. Thanks everybody for joining me for the Disney Eats collection. Stay tuned for our next round of ears. I hope you like it. Comment below what your favorite ears are.
Wow, it actually
Shout out.
held up. Third time's the charm,
Yeah.
I guess.
Nice
Well,
job.
Shout out to Mike, man.
I mean, I was gonna talk a little bit more about Japan, but I think we've hit a long enough time. Maybe we'll give a separate solo dolo episode about that or a recap. But the one thing I will say is that one girl saw Diva and was like, "Oh, so cute, so cute." And then I was like, she put her phone up. I was like, "I'll take the picture for you." And then she looked at me, and was like, oh, "So cute, so cute." And then looked at our entire group, was like, "You're all so cute, so cute." And then we all took a picture with her. And then she
Jordan
ran off
almost
with her
killed that
friend.
girl.
She was pissed.
I guess
She was like-
she was behind me. I don't know.
She was like, "Why are you calling my man cute? Chill out." No, she was just like so excited.
I don't
Yeah.
think
So
she knew me at the
excited.
moment. Yeah, so excited.
So excited.
Yeah, Japan was amazing. Can't wait to go back. Stay tuned. I will be posting all weeks stuff we did, stuff I got, enjoyed. So, yeah, I definitely be doing a Japan trip. Don't know. It is definitely to go back to.
If you
Yeah.
want to see how the trip went, on my personal IG, at Mr. Space Awaits, instead of my highlight sections, I basically recorded damn near the whole thing, and I know Twan is planning on posting a vlog that he's been working on pretty soon. So,
Shout out to the MVP on that one.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll have 40 minutes and hopefully next episode to just go over an overview for folks that just want to hear more about Japan, helpful tips, things not to do, things to do, etc. They will figure it out.
Yeah.
We can do some tips and tricks.
Also, shout out to Mike Sins, bro. We met out there. We happened to overlap when we were leaving. He was just getting there. We did a little photo shoot. We tried to recreate the bleach picture at the subway. It came out all right. But yeah,
What
shout
about
out to you,
Infinity
dog.
Star? Was he there?
Huh?
Infinity
he was
Star?
not, sadly.
He had to be on the way. I feel like I
Nah,
saw him.
he did
We'll
post,
talk.
but Mike has his keychain and he posts his keychain.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I gotta call him up. Actually, he wanted to hear about the trip. But that being said, I'm Galaxy Greg. You can find me on IG at Mr. Space Awaits or at GalaxyReg _ for any content relating to the podcast or gaming. I'm planning on actually this week doing a game review of South of Midnight, which is a new game that came out that's very Afrocentric and about spirits in history in the South. Plays a black female protagonist. Really excited for that. I'm also going to start doing some TV shows reviews, starting with Black Mirror season, was it 7? So I'm going to go through that, talk about that. But yeah, be on the lookout for those things. Also be sure to follow the podcast at Be More Nerdy. All of our content is posted there every day, every week, all the time. So be sure to follow that.
Yeah, I'm on it. It's your girl Diva XOXO. You can follow me on Instagram at the Diva XOXO. Like I said, I'll be posting all of my Japan stuff and Disney content, and my Epics content will be June. I have tickets for June. They opened over the weekend, but I'm not that special yet. Make sure to comment below if you missed us, what you want to hear from us, your thoughts on the anime, Devil May Cry, One Piece, like all the stuff we so. And yeah, we look forward to hearing from you guys. I will respond to your comments.
She does. She responds to comments. So if y'all find it entertaining, let her know. She'll be first one to see your message.
Facts.
Yeah. It's HDTV here, man. I'm glad to have them back. Honestly speaking, enjoyable cast here. Appreciate them. Make sure you check out, if you're interested in movies reviews, you can check out my personal, which is Honestly Heed. Oh, there. I'm probably gonna start dropping the reviews in quality. I'm not gonna make it a whole studio thing and more of a interpersonal, just because short form content gotta switch gears. But yeah, stay tuned for that. This week. If by the time this came out, this will be already done. But this week's gonna be a big movie, so I'm kind of excited.
Is
Is
it
it Sinners?
Sinners?
There's really nothing else worth.
Okay,
Oh
cool,
yeah.
cool, cool, cool. Cause I'm
Cool, cool, cool,
gonna
cool,
I'm
cool.
gonna go see that. Like I think I said to
I'm gonna
Joy, I was
see it
like,
too.
let's go see Novocaine tomorrow and let's see Sinners on Friday because I really want to see Sinners bad.
Oh, don't worry. I am going to see it Thursday night. One of my coworkers is leaving, so I have to go to a happy hour, and then so I'll catch the last showing because there'll be less people anyway, and then I'll do that review that night, and then in the morning, just
Oh yeah.
Lit.
We're
I'm
going
excited.
Yeah, we're going Friday night.
but yeah,
All
man.
right. Shout out to that. More HD reviews coming. I'm excited. I know I will be, especially because I'm going to see it later that day. But that being said, we are the Be More Nerdy podcast. Remember to be more nerds. Peace.
What's you?
Great to be back.